With us now to talk about all that and more is Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas. Senator, thank you for being here. Before we get to the big week of work that you have ahead for yourself, the president cashiered a bunch of the inspectors general who the Senate relies on for providing information to give oversight. There's some uncertainty about what's going on here. Are you comfortable with the move?
So absolutely. I think first of all, remind everybody President Reagan did basically the same thing. Look, these inspector generals have lost their way. And this is part of President Trump's promises made, promises kept. He said he was going to drain the swamp. Over the past several years, record amounts of improper payments from the federal government, $250 billion of improper payments. The inspector generals have turned from a watchdog into somebody who's protecting the agency. So he's cleaning house, he's starting over, and I think it's a great move.
And you're content that you'll get independent, fair-minded inspectors general to replace them?
Yeah, so there's no doubt there are some really good people there.
Right.
But I think when you sit there and try to sort out the good guys from the bad guys, sometimes you have to let them all go. And then like President Reagan, maybe you rehire some of them as well. But we'll get the reports eventually. But we need people working for the American people, not for the agency.
Okay. In a very unusual move, the president's picked to lead the health department. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is going to have 2 confirmation hearings. You're on both committees, right? So both health, you're a doctor, and finance, and you're going to be there for both. So you're taking a lead role in getting him through. You're backing him all the way, but some conservatives have doubts. I want you to see what. This is what former Vice President Mike Pence said. On behalf of tens of millions of pro-life Americans, I respectfully urge Senate Republicans to reject this nomination and give the American people a leader who will respect the sanctity of life. As Secretary of Health and Human Services, you're staunchly pro-life, right. And HHS has jurisdiction over a bunch of this stuff. Healthcare services, funding, enforcement of laws, conscience exemptions, and all that stuff. Are you content, as a pro-life conservative yourself, that he, a staunch pro-choice kind of guy, is going to do a good job?
I am. I think Bobby has made it very clear that his policies are the president's policies. And the president has outlined this. Again, promises made, promises kept. He did several things for pro-life already. I think that Bobby will follow the president's lead on this. And this is mostly a state issue now. And where there's opportunity at the federal government to be more pro-life, we will be.
Okay, speaking of state issues, no state has more agriculture issues than Kansas, right? And one of the other things that Kennedy has taken flack over is there's a lot that he wants to do with our food supply. Talks about food additives, pesticides, seed oils, processed foods, and all of that stuff, all of which have implications for the farmers in your state. What do you tell them if they say that they're concerned that he's going to affect their livelihoods?
Look, farmers and ranchers, just like Bobby Kennedy and myself, want America to be healthy again, and they're all in. I think that Bobby would share with you is that farmers and ranchers are indeed the heroes. I think that Bobby recognizes that 90% of rural America supported President Trump. Every time I see President Trump, the first thing he asks me is, Roger, how are your farmers and ranchers doing? What I need my farmers and ranchers to do is to tell our story. We're already doing so many of the things that Bobby is talking about. Precision agriculture is not a dream anymore, that we are growing more with less. We're growing more food with less fertilizers, with less pesticides. Soil health, we're embracing that. Nobody more than sorghum is. In the sorghum industry, we're supplying sorghum for baby formula. We're exporting it to Europe already. We're doing regenerative soil practices already. With the technologies out there right now that we can have bioorganisms help those roots grab more fertilizer, grab more water. Last point I'll make is this. President Trump ran on 2 things. I think he ran on making America more prosperous and then on security. And one of the things he said is grocery prices. So we can't do anything that's inflationary.
Okay.
So we got to thread this needle. We need more innovation, but we don't need inflation. And my job is to help bridge that gap. And I'm just all in with Bobby to help make America healthy again. 60% of Americans with a chronic disease right now. And I think a lot of that's impacted by what they eat and the toxins they're exposed to.
Okay, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.